Hello again, I'm Silent, and we're going to take a quick look at Godus. I know I'm a little bit behind, as this has been out for a fair while, but honestly, I will get to why in a second. See, Godus, how about this? When I first bought a PlayStation 1 back in about 2001, it must have been, it came with a box copy of Populous The Beginning. And I really enjoyed that game. I never really got deeply into it, but I really enjoyed the idea of the game. So when I found out that the developer was kickstarting Godus, I jumped right in on it. I even donated so much that I had a copy to give to a friend, and my friend turned around and was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna wear out my mouse." And I promised my friend, I said, "Dude, you know, it's still in development, just give it time, patience. They promised that this is all going to be covered." And you know what? It didn't. I feel really bad for lying to my friend. It wasn't a lie, I just felt really bad telling my friend that this was going to be like a decent game. And it's bare bones at most. The thing about the game is that it's kind of got real-time strategy elements, but in order to actually progress, you have to basically flatten the entire world. And that is just such an arduous task. You've got to, like, build houses. It's not even you building houses, the entire process is automatic. But you build these houses, and that can only be done on a flat surface. So you've got all these little hills and little, like, dips in the land that you've just got to flatten out until everything's just perfectly flat. And it's just, what the shit is going on with that? I mean, I can understand from a perspective it's got to be done, but it's just really weird. I don't like that, and it's probably the biggest complaint of the game. Now, I don't want you to think that I kind of didn't play Godus at all when it came out initially. I've got 40 hours sunk into that game, so I have played as much as I can, and it's just, it never got better when I was playing it. It was just a huge kind of bugbear to me. Just the fact that the game never really improved beyond the thousands of clicks it required. I mean, developers knew it was a problem. Back when I started, you had to click on every house for the little bubble of belief to collect it. And they got rid of that, well, they streamlined it at least. So they knew that it was a problem, but they never really fixed it in the entire game. It would have just been nice if you could have, you know, selected the specific layer you wanted and move everything back. But that just never really seems to happen in-game. But anyway, I remember when Godus Wars came out, because that's what we're kind of looking at here. Godus Wars. And they promised, oh yeah, it's a combat-oriented Godus. I thought, okay, well that's interesting. But because I burnt myself out on the game, I didn't actually play it until today. Literally sat down today, played it, and I'm just sat there thinking, my god, the only difference between this and what I remember of Godus is that the mission structure is different. There's no other change whatsoever. And that's just nice. And it gets even weirder, because you launch Godus Wars full screen, and as it always starts full screen, you get into the game, you select your mission, and then it launches another full screen fucking window. I mean, excuse my language here, but that's what the shit is going on with that? Does it need to launch a full screen window? It's literally sat there saying, awaiting results. Why does it have to launch a second window? It's like it's initializing a different game entirely. Like it's launching the Godus window with a pre-generated mission. That's all it... That's kind of what it feels like to me. So Godus Wars is just entirely disappointing. And I feel bad because I made promises to my friend that this was going to be decent, because maybe I was looking back at Populous with kind of nostalgia. But it just ended up leaving me feeling disappointed. And I shouldn't have to. But anyway, I don't know. I wanted to like the game. I really did. I think I gave it more than adequate time. And it just never really fulfilled. If they had just taken out the requirement to click on every fucking piece of land. Because that is just... If they removed that, it would be semi-decent. Not as good as I wanted, not as good as I anticipated, but it would have been at least, you know, £5 worth of decent. But I never had that. If I could just have, you know, leveled the ground with use of a spell or whatever. And the buildings also irritated me, because it's all... unlike a regular real-time strategy where you select the building you want, place it where you want, this just builds houses. Oh, there's available space there, I'll build a house. It doesn't kind of optimize the locations of the buildings. So you can end up with a horrible pattern of things. And there's no way that you can fix that unless you kind of... Well, in Godus Wars you have to, like, upgrade a citadel or whatever it is, and then the buildings around it disappear and they just regenerate. Okay, well, that's just annoying and needless. If it just let you kind of plot buildings down. And then there's unit control. You get your houses, then you build a citadel. From the citadel you can spawn essentially like a troop of archers, a troop of fighters. And from that, you know, you've got to upgrade your citadel and build another citadel to be able to build more archers or like build more in that troop. And that's just, again, completely arduous. It's like, right, so I've just spent 500 belief upgrading, and now I've got to wait for that slowly to climb back up. I mean, heaven forbid that you haven't knocked down any other just houses around your citadel, which have just been used by the citadel. So now you've got to rebuild the houses, reaccumulate the belief, and then carry on. And it seems like they're looking to make it a freemium title when you've got so much waiting. And it would just have been so much easier and better if they had taken the typical real-time strategy. You build yourself a citadel or barracks or something, and you use that to build up to a limit of fighters. I mean, they could have kept it simple and just had it archers, but you know, you just click on your citadel, click spawn, spawn. Sure, put your timer in there, and just like spawn 10 seconds later, you get. And then you just click and drag over like a dozen archers. Control 1, that's group 1. But no, I got like seriously into the game before I even realised that you could group a bunch of troops together to create an army. And I just thought, oh shit, there's a little pop-up that just alerted me to this. Where the shit was that when it would have been useful? Because the pop-ups are tiny comparatively to the game, and they're just so annoying, and they just end up kind of filtering through to the corners and you don't really pay attention to them. It's not a huge game, and it could have just, with a few simple changes, it could have been so much easier. Well, easier, better. And I just don't understand really what went wrong. I'm just disappointed. I feel bad for making my friend play it. Anyway, what about you? Did you play Godus? Did you kickstart it? Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know in the comments below. or let me know on Twitter. I've been silent. Thanks for watching.